Hi everyone, this is Sheila and we're about to do a stretch body awareness class. We're going to start standing, so have your feet go into a parallel position, wider than your hips here, and just to warm up the body and the legs, we're going to bend first that right leg, knee over the toe, and straighten, and bend. Push off with the foot to straighten, bend, and lift. Torso is upright, up, 2 more sets, bend, and lift, and bend, pushing up. Last time, bend, and up, and bend, and lift. Rotate the legs out. Now we're going to have the bend go out towards the side, through the leg, torso is still upright, and we've got the knee going out over the toe, pushing with the foot, bend, and up. Again, bend, lift, bend. We have 1 more set. Bend and straighten, and bend and straighten. Reaching the arms out, let's bend knees, both together and straight, and bend and straight. Both knees go out over the toes and straight, and bend and straight. Let's take another bend, and we're going to lift this heel up and down. Shift it, up and down. Press up through that foot, down. Stretching heel comes up, 2 more sets. Bend and straighten and bend. 1 more, and bend and straighten and bend and straighten, coming up right. Let's circle the arms down, up, and around. Down, up, and around. Down, up, around, down, up, and reverse it. Arms up, reach out, lift up, reach it out, lift, breathe, reach, and up, and reach. Repeat the arms, but we're going to bend our knees as well. Down, lifting up, and down, lifting up. Press down with the legs, and open, and down, and reverse it. Arms up, down, and out. Lift, down, and out. Lift, out. Last time, up, and out. Good, coming up right. Let's bend one leg and reach with the other. So we're going to bend and stretch through that long leg. Hand is against the thigh there, so you can really feel that stretch. Coming up and over. Bend. Feel that length, hand to toe. Coming up and over. Reach. Good. Up and over. 2 more sets. Reaching over. Feel that length. See if you can get a little farther out with the hands as you press with the foot. Up and over. Maybe you feel a new place where you're getting an opening on that side body. Last set. Coming over. Reach. Long line. Good. And over. And coming up. Now we're going to take a bent knee with the feet in parallel. So return to the parallel position. And we're going to bend and cross over. So we're getting a twisted stretch through that spine. But remember, we're still having that knee go out over the toe. And twist and stretch. Good. Twist and reach. Press it out. Breathing. Other side. Lengthen through that arm. Shoulder stays down. Reaching across. Opening up that twisted spine position. Excellent. And let's come back to the rotated position and come back to that original stretch here. And we're going to take a lengthening through the body as we straighten that leg up. So increase the stretch here. Good. Bend. Good. And stretch. Breathe. Bend. Exhale on the hard part. Stretch. Feeling that long line through the side of the body. Bend. And stretch. Good. Coming up and over. And we'll go to that bend position. Feel that first long line there. And we're going to add to it as we exhale and stretch. And bend. Shoulders are down. But your arms are reaching long. Stretch. 2 more. Bend. Inhale. And exhale, last one. And bend. Excellent. And straighten, long line coming up. And let's go back into that parallel position. We're going to cross over. So we're crossing over and straighten up. Bend and press even more. And straighten up. Bend, reach. Feel that long hand going out and up. And bend, reach. And come up. Let's take it to the other side. So we're in our bend position first. Feel that push out. Knee goes out over the toe. Reach. Come straighten. And bend. Lengthen out. And straighten. And bend. Feel that lengthen as you straighten. Pushing across. Good. And bend. And straighten. Let's take it once more. And bend. And straighten. Excellent. Coming up right. With your arms right where they are, out to the side, and your legs and hips right where they are. Bend the knees and just let the body sort of flop from one side to the other. Good. This helps to integrate things in your body. Coming to the center, let's come back to a closer parallel position and take our more traditional reaches. So from here, lift up and up. And lift, and up. Good. Reach it up, and stretch, and lift, and stretch. Bending the knees, we're going to repeat. Reach. With your knees bent, you might feel a little more secure, so you can get a little bit extra stretch there. 2 more sets. Reach, and reach. Good. And lift, and lift. Straighten the legs, and let's go to the diagonal. Ribcage gets involved here. And you feel that lengthen going up to that diagonal. 2 more sets. Reach and out and reach and out. Let's take that again with our bent knees. Reach it out and stretch. So we're keeping our hips right still where they are and reaching out with the torso from that position. Good. Coming up right, let's take that side. So rib cage goes out to the side as you reach with those arms way out. Out. Push it out. We're not necessarily trying to keep our shoulders level. We're trying to reach as far as we can. Out. And come to neutral, bend knees, repeat that. With the knees bent. Hips stay still. And reach. And out. 2 more. Press it out. Way out there, and out. Good, coming to central, excellent work. Let's roll down through the top of our head, through the upper body, to above the waist position. So it's as if somebody grabbed you at the waist, and that's as far down as you can go. And roll up through the spine. Head comes up. We're going very sequentially. Drop the chin down. Bend above the waist. And come up. And what you're going to notice is that we're getting into the neck and the upper spine as we roll down, letting everything just hang there. And come up. And let's take that one more time. And roll. And drop. And roll up. And stay. We're going to twist our upper body, hips stay front, and repeat. Head down. Rolling on that diagonal. Just above the upper waist there, and lift, and come up, and roll, and down, and come up, and lift. And you'll notice that your stretch that you get is a little more pronounced on your left side. And up, and we have one more. Dropping down, hips are loose, hips stay front, and come up, come to the neutral position and twist the other side. Roll the chin down and above the waist. And lift and up. Good. Roll it down. You're breathing. And lift. Coming up. Trying to really get a stretch in that neck. And now on the right side of the upper spine. And lift. And drop down. And hang, and lift up, and all the way up, come to neutral position. Let's bend our knees. We're going to keep that same kind of above the waist position, but we're going to keep our hips still and take circles. So we're going to drop the head down into that above the waist position. Carry it to the side above the waist. Bring it to the back and over to the other side. So it's a smooth circle. Here we go. Front, carry it to the side. Knees are staying right where they are. Hips stay front. And carry side. Obviously the head is heavy, so it goes along with what's happening to the torso above the waist. Circle around and to the side. And we're going to take it one more time in this direction. Circling it. Carry it to the side, to the back, and side. Let's go back to the front and reverse it. And over to the side, above the waist, to the back. Good. To the side, and curve to the front. Keep breathing, curve it around. Let everything open. Wherever there feels like a little bit of block, try and breathe through it. And circle, and to the back, and side. Let's do one more. And curve it to the front. Bring it to the side, to the back, and side. Coming to the front and roll up through the spine. Excellent. We're going to reach in this position to the side. So now that we've opened up the sides of the rib cage there, we're going to reach up and down. Bring the hands and slide them and reach up and down. Letting the head grow heavy, feeling the hands move away from each other. Up and down on the other side. Reach, lengthen. Good. Lifting up. Breathe and stretch. Long line. And this time we're going to take a bent knee as we go down, and we feel that side stretch. So we maybe get a little farther over. Inhale, and then stretch up. Feeling the added stretch we get. Coming up, let's go to the other side, set it up. Here we go, bend the knees, breathe in, and exhale. Straighten the legs and lengthen. Good. Coming up, let's take it once more in each direction. So we're bending and reaching the arms. Here we go. Inhale, exhale, and lengthen. Good side stretch. Good. Coming up, we're going to bend the knees, switching the arms. Head is loose. Inhale, and stretch. Long, long line. Good. And coming up right. Let the arms drop. Let's bring the shoulders forward. And back, and forward, and back, and forward, and back, and forward, and back. Lift up with the right, coming to the front, half circle, up, coming to the back, and up, come to the front, and up, to the back. Two more, lift, and front, and up, and back. Lift it up, to the front, and up, to the back. Left, lift up, to the front, and lift, and back. Excellent, lift. Breathing to the front, up, to the back. Two more sets, lift, to the front, and up, to the back. Last time, up, to the front, and up, and back. Excellent. Shake those shoulders forward and back. We're making a little shimmy there, and let that go. Excellent. Okay, let's bend our knees, and we're going to start to involve our lower spine. I'm going to turn to the diagonal so you can see what I'm doing. So from here, we're going to just sort of tilt our hips forward, which starts to activate that lower back, and then tilt the hips back. So we're not exaggerating this position. We're just starting to open up that little lower back area here, and tell it that there's going to be some bigger movements that are going to happen soon. And release. And let's take that once more. And tilt the hips under and release. Good. Let's come upright. Let's try that with straight legs. So we're just tilting the hips under a little bit so you get a little opening here. And then tilt back. And tilt under. And tilt back. Two more. And tilt under. And tilt back, and tilt under, and tilt back. Good, come to a neutral position, and let's lean forward with our arms down, curving the head, rolling down. We're in that above the waist position, and now we're gonna start to get through that lower back. Not going all the way down, we're just starting to really warm up that lower back. We're gonna come back up through our spine, through what we've already done, above the waist position, but then just start to talk to that lower back area. Sliding the hands down along the legs, and then come up. If there's any pain there, you might want to bend your knees. And then 2 more sets, rolling down. So I'm keeping my legs straight so that I can really get into that lower back. But as I said, if it feels better for you to do it with a bent knee, you certainly can make that modification. Head goes down, drop, slide, and stretching that little part of the lower back there, and come up. This time we're going to go down, and we are going to bend our knees. Everyone, drop down, pass through that original position that we just did, bend the knees, and fold over, and let the arms hang. And rolling up, engaging the abdominals, hands come up along the legs, feeling that nice roll through the spine, opening up more of the spine. And take it again, rolling down. Chin to the chest, above the waist, going into that lower back, bend the knees, allow the body to hang, and you can feel how the stretch travels down to the base of your spine here, and then rolling back up. So we've got the lower back, and then coming to that mid back, upper back, shoulders, and head. 2 more, roll down, bend, curve, engaging the abdominals, bend the knees, allow the body to drop all the way down and hang, and then rolling up, again, engaging the abdominals so you can really focus on that back, on the spine, lengthening up through the spine, all the way up through the neck and head. Last time, make sure you're breathing, dropping down, curve, bend the knees, drop, and hang. Let everything go. Shake that head out. And then rolling up through that lower back, coming all the way up. Excellent. Feel the traveling up through the spine, neck, and head. Okay, I'm turning the other way, just so you get a different view of what we're about to do. And now we're going to focus on that lower back a little more intensely. So our knees are going to be bent, hands come to the side. As we tilt the hips, we're going to think more of that lower back, pushing out in the back of space to the back of the room. And from here, let the hips come into the opposite position, but now we're thinking of our back, lower back coming forward. So even though the hips do help to activate this, we're thinking more of that lower back, and you're deeply engaging the abdominals here, and come through. And we're going fairly slowly so that you can really feel the activation in that lower spine. Again, push through. Exhale as you get that back going way out there. And then release and feel the arch there. One more time. Contract, push, and lengthen. Good. Out through that lower back. And release. And come into that arch. Excellent. Neutralize and stand up. With our hands right on our hips, let's fold over. So we're going flat back, engage your knee, hamstrings there some, but feeling the integrity of that lower back with the rest of the spine. So we're giving the lower back a little bit of a break, but helping it to come in line with the rest of the spine there. And up. And allowing our legs to start to get a little bit of a stretch here. And come up. Last time, over, so it's almost like you're chopping at the hips there, keeping that back nice and flat, heads in line. And come up. Let's go back into those contractions. Bend the knees, flip the hands, and lower back contracts. And it may feel easier to get farther out with that lower back. And release as we go through this a second time. Again, push out. Using that spine and the core to help you really manipulate the spine. Pushing out with that lower back. And arch. Good. And once more. Push out. And arch. Come to neutral spine, standing up. Again, hands right on those hip joints. And going over into that flat back. Let's hold it here for a moment. And bend the knees, inhale, keeping the back flat. Now we're going to push the hips straight up, straighten the legs, and keep that back in a flat back position. Again, bend, inhale. Exhale, pushing up. So you're lengthening through the spine, but lengthening through the legs at the same time. 2 more, bend, inhale. Exhale, and reach. And last time, bend, inhale, and straighten, and reach through the legs and through the head and the spine, and coming upright. Good. Let's shake that out a little bit, come facing front, and let's get a little bit more into the hips. Again, we're taking a wider than hip level, parallel position, knees are bent, and we're going to swing to the side, and swing. And side. 2 more, out, and out, and out, and out. Coming to the side, right side, we're going to push to the front, diagonal, and to the back, diagonal. So we're doing little semicircles like we did with our shoulders. There's going to be outside of this right hip to the front, and to the back, and to the front, and to the back, and come to the side. Let's take it to the other side. So as you're doing this, you may find that there's some really interesting places, and to the back, where you're starting to feel a stretch. If you've been walking a lot or running, you're going to find different points in the side of your hip, and also maybe into your glutes as you move to the back, that are saying, yeah, thank you for stretching here. And to the back. Good. Come to the neutral position to the side. Come to the center and straighten up. Excellent. So we're going to just go side to side and repeat this exercise with straight legs. And you're going to notice that your upper torso area is going to counterbalance. And the more you have that hip going out, the more of a counterbalance that you're going to get in the torso. Okay, let's go back to our original side. And now once again, we're going with a straight leg to do this front diagonal and moving through the side and to the back. And you may find that because your legs are straight, you're getting a little bit more stretch in certain places. And again, to the front and push it back. And one more time. To the front and to the back. Good. Come to the side, shift over, and let's push way out with that hip. And now move it to the front and to the back and to the front. So your focus is all in this hip area and the back and the glute area. And to the front and to the back. Good. One more time. To the front and to the back. Excellent. Come to the side, come up right. Bringing the legs a little bit closer. Let's just do a little shimmy through those hips. Good. We did a little shimmy through our shoulders, and we got a shimmy through our hips there. Excellent. Okay, we're going to move to the end of our mat here and put our legs in a rotated up position. We're going to take some squats to really activate the glutes. We just sort of talked to them a little bit just now with the hip, and now we're going to really work with them. So our arms are up, and we're going to take a bend flat back, folding from the hips. Hips go behind the legs, and come up, and press them back, and come up. Good. And press back, and come up, and press them back. And let's repeat it, keeping the back straight as arms swing. And lift. Really feel like you're activating the glutes as you push down through your feet and squeeze up. And down And come up and down and come up. We're going back down and we're going to hold this position while we work with the feet. Now we worked with the feet before, but this is slightly different. As we pulse our hips down, let's just practice that for a moment. So we have 5, 6, 7, and 8. Right foot up and down, and up and down. Lift it up and down and up. We have 2 more sets. Lift the foot down and other foot down and lift. Press it down and lift. Press it down and come all the way up. You'll feel that in your glutes and also in the front of your thighs. Bring the arms down. Let's bring our feet into a parallel position underneath us and roll down through our spine. So let's practice that. Above the waist position, coming down through that lower back. Good. Then we bend the knees and hang down. From here, walk your hands up. We're going to go into a downward dog, but we're starting here with bent knees. Hands are gone out, our backs are straight. From here, deep breath in. Exhale and push the hips up. So we're getting a good alignment with the spine, and our legs are going out and pressing into the floor as our hips go up. And then once again, bend the knees. This isn't going to be a huge bend, but we're bending and trying to keep our heels on the floor. Inhale, exhale, and press the hips up so as you straighten the legs. 2 more sets. Bend, trying to keep the heels on the floor, which stretches our lower leg, our calves. And then exhale and straighten. Pushing the hips up, feeling a long line in the spine. Last time, bend, inhale, trying to maintain those heels on the floor, and exhale and straighten. Good. Let's lift the toes up, the heels up, so you're stretching through the toes, and press the heels down once again, pushing the hips up to the ceiling, lifting up, stretching through the feet. And exhale and press. Hips go up, add into the stretch in the hamstrings. And lift up, heels lift. And exhale, press down. Good. And once more, lift up, inhale. Exhale and press down. Good. Let's gently bring our knees down. And let's push back into a child's pose. Toes are relaxed, elbows come down. Now let's reach our arms. We did this when we were standing up, and let's try it with this position here. So our elbows are bent, our heads are down, and we're going to stretch the front arm out as far as you can go. Arm will straighten, and you're feeling that side body stretch to the rib cage. Let's release that. Breathe in. Exhale, stretch that arm out. See if you can get a little farther out, the arm becomes straight. You'll feel a stretch in the armpit and the upper rib cage through the arm, and release. 2 more. And reach and lengthen. Way out there. Good. And release. Once more. Reach and lengthen. You might need to crawl your fingers out to get a little more length there. And release. Let that arm come down. Let's take it to the other side. So we're reaching out. With the other arm, reach, 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 and elbow comes down. Lengthen the arm out, crawling those fingers out, feel the stretch. Where is it that you feel it this time? And release. Breathe in. As you reach out, exhale, seeing if you can feel the stretch in a different part of that whole line from the fingers down through the hips. And release. And last one, inhale. And exhale and reach all the way out there. Good. And release. And then bring the hands in towards you. Let's roll up through the spine. You can push with hands, lower back, middle, upper, shoulders, neck, and head. Let's open up the knees a little bit so that they've got a space for you to ripple down through your spine. So as we had practiced earlier when we're standing, we're pushing our hips slightly to the back and get the lower back rolling forward, coming through that whole spine. Hands come forward to help assist you, and let the head be the last thing that drops down. Reverse it. Hips go under, but we're starting to really work the spine again. Lower back, middle back, upper, hands slide, shoulders, and head. Repeat that. Pushing through. So we're going into our cow, but we're really exaggerating it and taking it nice and slow so the back gets to really open up. Head comes down at the last moment, then the lower back rolls as the hips come under, feeling what happens through that spine, coming up and lift. 2 more. Push through, arch. Let the hands help you. Rolling down. Really getting into that spinal flexion there. And drop and rolling up. Oh yeah, this should feel pretty good through your back. It's like giving your spine a massage. And coming up. Good, last time. Let's arch through, pushing through. Nice long line. All the way down, drop, and head goes down and rolling up. Lift. Coming up through the spine. Excellent. Breathe and upright. Good. Okay, I'm going to move to the diagonal slightly. And we're going to start to open up the inside of the hips. And we're going to go back into that position where we had a slight open knee position here. And we're going to sit up tall and put your hands right on your hips. And I want you to push one hip forward. So it's twisting your torso slightly. And then come back. And let's take it to the other side. Push the inside thigh. You might even get an adjustment. You might have heard that snap in my head. And release. And let's take that a total of 4 times. So here's our second set. Pushing your hip forward. And release. And push it forward. Feel that nice long opening there in the hip. And release. 2 more sets. Pushing through. You might find that you get a little more twist in your torso. And down. And push and twist. And release. Last set. And push and twist. And release. And last one. Push and twist. Good. And release. Now we're going to curve over with our hands, and we're going to slowly open those knees out. And we're getting a little bit more of a stretch there. And we're going to take that tilt of the hip in this position. So from here, that first hip, you're pushing it out, your right hip, pushing it out. Now we've got a stretch in the inside thigh in a slightly different position, and that hip. And release. And push to the other side. And we're going to find that one hip has a little more reluctance to move than the other. And release. And right hip push. Now you notice that your torso also is going to move over to the side. And allow that to happen. And release. And push with the left hip. Coming forward. Push, push, push. And release. 2 more sets. Push. And see how far that hip makes you move your torso to the side. And release. And left hip pushes. Now if you've had any injuries in any of the hips, you are going to find that there's going to be a big difference, right hip, between one side to the other. When I was a young dancer, I ripped my iliac psoas in my left hip. So my left hip has less mobility than the right, or at least it feels a little more reluctant to move. And then let's come back up and repeat having the knees in a more normal position here. We're going to come back up onto our knees here. And if you need a padding on the knee caps there, you can fold your mat up a little bit to give you a little bit more. We're going to go back to one of the things that we did at the original part of the class. And we're going to take our hands and wrap them around our waist. You can take it either way, whatever works for you. And we're going to curve above our waist, keeping our hips still, seeing how more mobile our upper spine is because of the work we've done. And then coming up, and this time we're going to push with our hips forward, so we're exaggerating this arc back to open up the front body a little bit more. And coming up, right, wrap and curve. Keeping the hips nice and still, just working above the waist there. And come up. Hands go behind, press, hips go forward, shoulders down, elbows back, and arc back. Good. Coming up right. And wrap, breath in. As you exhale, you're curving forward. And come up right. Inhale, place the hands behind, exhale, push the hips forward so you arc back. Shoulders are down, shoulder blades are basically squeezing together. And come up right, and we have one more. Hand, deep breath in, curve forward. And coming up right. Hands go behind, deep breath in. Exhale, press the hips forward, arcing back. And come up right. Good. Sit down. And we're going to go back into that open hip area. This time, we're going to go even wider. So we're increasing the stretch in the inside thigh in a slightly different way than we normally do. So walking the hands out. We're going to put our weight more in our hands and slide our knees as far out as we can. And just hang here. We're going to take some deep breaths. As you feel the legs move more and more out to the side, you're getting more and more of a stretch in the inside thigh there. So deep breath in. Exhale, maybe slide a little bit more on both sides. And again, second breath in. Exhale and slide. And you may find that your hips are getting a little bit closer to the floor. You can adjust whatever you need as you take this. We're taking it nice and slow, and it's a very deep stretch. Again, deep breath in. And exhale, maybe adjusting it a little bit more so you can get a little closer to the floor with those hips. Really opening the inside thighs. And last time, deep breath in. And exhale, and sliding those legs out. This should be pretty far out at this point. It's a pretty deep stretch. Good, just take it nice and easy as you push the hips back, push with your hands, and come to a more upright position and shift those knees back into a more normal parallel position. Good, let's sit down on our hips and bring the legs straight out. Feet are pointed. You're up high on those sit bones there with the divine flesh out from underneath you. Let's point the feet, reaching the arms up. We're going to twist and bring one hand in front here with the back of the hand against the leg, and then we're going to slide our way forward, trying to keep a flat back. So it's a twist and a flat back, which sounds like it's counterintuitive, but we're not slumping over. We're keeping the back up. We're pressing with our hand against that leg to get a twist in the spine, and then come up. And let's take it to the other side. Lift the arm up, twist, hand goes behind, other hand behind, and then reach. Sliding the hand, trying to keep basically a fairly flat back, but it's a twist, a deep twist in the base of the spine there. And let's repeat that. Bring the arms up. Inhale, exhale. Hands go into their position. Twist. This time you may find that you can get a little more pressure against the hand and slide forward, feeling the twist in the spine there. Some of you may be feeling a stretch in part of the legs. And come forward and up. Let's take it to the other side. Exhale, twist, hands, slide. Coming forward, come up, and let's flex the feet and repeat that. So we're lifting, twisting, bracing the hands, shoulders are down as we slide, and reaching out. This time we're going to allow our backs to fold over, and we're coming to a true twist there. And this time, if you didn't feel it before, you're going to feel it in the hamstring of the leg that we are facing. And then reach the arms up, shoulders down, breathing in, flex. We're sliding with that twist and then letting the body curve over so we're no longer maintaining that flat back position, reaching and feel the stretch in the hamstring of that left leg there. Let's repeat that. Lift the arms up, inhale, twist. Brace the hand, slide, reach. And going down as far as you can. You may go way down, enjoying the stretches in the spine, but definitely in that leg. And then coming forward, lift up, shoulders down, twist, and slide. All the way down, as far as you can go. Good. Coming forward, come up, and let's take a pointed foot and go straight over. So we're lifting up and reaching forward. Heads are down, arms go down. Let that head be nice and loose. Taking a deep breath in. As you exhale, allow the legs to stretch more out away from you, and the torso goes in that same direction. So you're flattening from the hips there. Breathe in. Now we're going to flex out through the heels and push through the heels as we once again layer that upper body down onto the legs, towards the legs. Breathe in, and let's point the feet. And once again, allow the body to drop over. If your knees are bent instead of completely straight, that's fine. As long as you're feeling a stretch in the legs, and also you're feeling a lengthening in the spine. Deep breath in. Exhale, out through the heels, drop down, and allow everything to fold right from the hip flexors. One more set. Deep breath in. Exhale and point, allowing the body to go even farther over. Breath in. Exhale, press out through the heels and lengthen. Reach the arms out, come up right and open. And let's beat the legs out. Let's come to a folded leg position. Get our backs nice and straight. Divine flesh is out from underneath. And sitting up, so you're really stacking that spine up. You may feel that that spine is lengthened through what we've done. And let's just take a little bit of work with our heads. So we're drawing our heads down. Bringing that chin over to the right shoulder. Bringing it to the side. So we're moving very slowly through these different positions. Come up to a high diagonal. Chin straight up as the head orients to a neutral position. Coming to the other diagonal, keep that back straight. We're just stretching once again through the neck and to the side. Chin goes down towards the left shoulder, and notice what happens in the back of the neck there. And then come all the way back, chin to the chest. And we're going to reverse that nice and slow, feeling what opens up here and going over to that left shoulder. Come to the side. Chin goes up towards that diagonal high left. And now move straight up so you feel this nice long line through the front of the neck. Carry it over to the other diagonal. Coming to the side. Dropping the chin down towards that right shoulder. And then once again, come to the chin to the chest position. And slowly roll the spine up. Okay, thank you so much for joining me today. Let's bring our arms out, breathing in, clasp the hands together, and bring them into front of your heart chakra. I appreciate your being here with me, and I look forward to the next time. Take care.